Hey guys, it's Mike, back again for our third video, courtesy of the Mike Report blog. Here to break down another Jet loss as the Jets fell to the Falcons 25-20, a game in which they had another fourth quarter lead, this albeit a tight one, not as comfortable as last week where they were up by 14 points against the Dolphins going into the fourth. But yet again, they blew another lead, a game in which they really had the lead for most of the game. But something about this game, you could just tell Atlanta was going to come back. Atlanta really needed the win, being that they lost 3 in a row. But so, with them blowing yet again another fourth quarter lead, I have this from today's Newsday article, Long Island's newspaper, that the Jets have outscored their opponent in every quarter, first, second, third quarter. Then in the fourth quarter, they're getting outscored 66-20. They're getting outscored by 46 points in the fourth quarter, and they're 3-5 for it, and that's what it is. I mean, if that number's reverse, they win these last 3 games, and they're 6-2. Believe it or not, they had a chance to win these last 3 games. It's crazy that they almost beat New England, who was in the Super Bowl last year. Should have beaten Miami. That one they should have won last week. And then yesterday they almost beat Atlanta, who was also in the Super Bowl last year. Who would have thought this Jets team was going to be that close to winning very tough games for them on paper? But at the end of the day, they lose again. They're 3-5, and moving forward, it'll be interesting to see what they do with Josh McCown. As, again, he really hasn't played terribly. He's been solid. He actually throws a pretty good deep ball, I've noticed. With him and Robbie Anderson last game connected big time. Robbie Anderson had over 100 yards and a touchdown, and he looked really good. But at 3-5, with the next 2 games, I think being crucial for what this team does for the rest of the season. If they lose at home to Buffalo this Thursday and then the following Sunday in Tampa, if they lose those next 2 to go to 3-7, I think it'd be time to pull the trigger and go to either, I like Bryce Petty better than Christian Hackenberg, but either Petty or Hackenberg, because you have to develop them and know what you have for next season, just because you never know. But I think the next 2 games that we've seen, if this Jet team can play the way they play in the first 3 quarters, they really are winnable games. Especially, I think this game versus Buffalo, they have a legitimate shot to win, even though Buffalo's, been playing great football. They beat Oakland, they won at Atlanta, they've won some big games. And I think this could be a little bit of a trap game for Buffalo going in to play the Jets at home. It'll be tough for them, so I think the Jets will have a legitimate shot to win that one. But in this Jet game, this loss to the Falcons, they had 2 opportunities to cash in points on Matt Ryan fumbles where he fumbled under center, and they got 3 points just to show for it off of those 2 turnovers. So that was big. You had 2 missed field goals that were huge, in which on one of them McCown took a sack that really took them out of field goal range and made it tough. 40-plus yarder in rainy, nasty weather with the wind. It was going to be tough, and they missed 2 of them, obviously. And then you also had the Jeremy Curley fumble on the punt. That was pretty big. The Falcons only got 3 points off of that, and the Jets were still technically in the game. But for some reason, this Jet offense really gets flustered when a team shows us, that they're going to come back, that the team really looks like they're going to come back. And that's what happened yesterday, I felt. They only scored 3 points in the second half. They really, in any sport, a team, it's game of runs, in football, basketball, anything. So the Jets gave them their punch early. The Falcons were going to give them their punch, and the Jets were not able to respond. When a team comes back, you have to be able to respond in the NFL. And the Jets were not able to, leading to another blown lead in the fourth quarter. And we see this team continue to play hard. We cannot question their effort. They've been solid in that department. But it's the lack of talent, I should say, that is killing them. And now they're 3-5 with 2 crucial games going forward for what direction this team is headed in. And it'll be interesting to see. And I'll leave it at that. So I'll see you next time. Actually, later this week. Stay tuned because the Jets have a game Thursday. So look for another breakdown of this Jet game after Buffalo. Up here again. Thank you very much. Have a good one. Go Jets, I guess, right?